We are back now with the story of a mother's love and perseverance in the face of an awful tragedy.
And this is personal for so many of us here. Our friend and our CNN colleague, René Marsh, lost her young son to brain cancer. She's now making it her mission to make sure other families never have to go through the same pain that she did. René Marsh says March 14th, 2019 was the best day of her life. It was the day she became a mom to Blake.
When the nurse handed him to me, I had this one tear just fall out of my eye. The depth of my love for Blake is not like anything I've had for anyone.
As he grew, so did his personality.
He was my best bud, and he loved to dance. He really loved reading.
But one day, René noticed a problem with one of Blake's eyes. A visit to the ophthalmologist led to an MRI and news that rocked their world. How long did it take before they diagnosed him with brain cancer?
Just a little bit more than 24 hours later. At that moment, I understood what loss of control meant, because there was nothing I could do to fix it.
Blake had pineoblastoma, a rare but fast-moving aggressive tumor. He underwent brain surgery just after Christmas 2019. Then he started chemo, but his tiny body reacted badly to it. Blake went into cardiac arrest and was rushed to the ER.
I said a prayer. Please let him survive. Please do not let this be it for my child.
René's prayer was answered that day. Blake survived.
Blake was treated with chemotherapy drugs that were developed 4 decades ago. It's an injustice that a child is being treated with drugs that are developed for adults.
Nearly 5,000 children are diagnosed with brain tumors each year, and 1,800 children die from cancer. And yet, just 4% of the billions spent every year on cancer research focuses on pediatric cancer.
We need desperately to develop better therapies so that we can give those patients and those families a better outlook and survival outcome.
During the long hours at Blake's bedside, René was determined to fight for change. She found comfort in the Bible and the story of David versus Goliath.
I was facing my own Goliath, and that was this cancer that was inside my child's body. This looks like a big monster, but we will topple it. And I was inspired by that.
Inspiration that led her to tap out the words on her iPhone to read to Blake, her own children's book, The Miracle Workers, Boy versus Beast.
The miracle workers will solve every worry. Call on them now and they'll come in a hurry.
René had a one-person focus group.
I just saw this smile from ear to ear, and I'm like, I think I nailed it.
Sadly, Blake Vince Payne never got a chance to hold the book. He succumbed to the monster that is cancer just a month after his 2nd birthday. But his legacy lives on through René and the book she wrote in his honor. 100% of the proceeds go to fund fighting pediatric cancer.
I can't give him a bath and give him food and dinner and brush his teeth. So this book is my way of continuing to mother Blake, continuing to just honor him and his life.
Such a beautiful boy who leaves behind such an incredible legacy. And so far, René has helped raise more than $300,000 for cancer research, with a third of that going to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And Peter, you can see her strengths. It's so incredible and inspiring. And also, it just stops you cold to hear the fact that he was treated with medicine that was developed for adults 4 decades ago.
Yeah, my wife and I know Renee and her sister Michelle. We're so impressed by that whole family and send them strength with that book. The Miracle Workers is one that we now share with other families who are dealing with challenges and gives them strength too.
Absolutely, and that is Blake's legacy. Yeah. It's really remarkable. René wrote a personal essay, by the way, about Blake and her fight for pediatric cancer funding on our website. You can read it. Please read it at today.com.
We're going to be right back.